I'm going to cut across these group drum tracks because drum track grouping and editing like this is a little more advanced than your average edits. So we're going to go through this, and once again, you could apply these to single tracks or any groups of tracks. Now, let's say, for instance, we're going to start with slip mode, and we're also going to use grid mode as well. Grid mode allows you to select audio in a gridded fashion. You can see here with grid mode, when we select a grid amount of, let's say, quarter note, when we grab audio, it grabs the audio in chunks, quarter note chunks. And that's why we recorded earlier to a click track, because the click was telling us where these kind of grid marks are going to be, basically, where the beats are. So now when we grab in grid mode, we're grabbing quarter notes in accordance with that click. So let's say, for instance, we've got a crash cymbal down here at measure 21, right at this part of the drums. Now we don't have one at the top of the song down here at measure 13. Now since I have my tracks grouped right here and we're in grid mode, I could just grab this beat at the top here. We're going to grab from measure 21, just forward a little bit. We're going to go almost a measure, and I'm going to hit copy, Command C. Now we'll go back to the top, and once again, I'm dropping the cursor in grid mode, and we hit paste. And now we have a crash cymbal at the top. But listen close, there's going to be a problem, and we're going to go in and fix it. Okay, one thing you heard right there, right where the edit stopped, you hear a big pop, and that didn't sound too good, and the crash cymbal also got cut off. So what I'm going to do is go out of grid mode, and we're going to go into slip mode. First, we're going to use our zoom tool as well to zoom in on this area, and you could also use the R and T keys to zoom in on this area. So now you can see we're zoomed in, and here let's go ahead and play through our edit again. I just grabbed the selector tool, and we're selected right at the top there. That's a bad edit. So what I'm going to do is take my trim tool, and we're going to trim out this region boundary. We're going to trim it back to where I think the cymbal has probably decayed, right about to this drum beat here. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Sounded pretty good, huh? Didn't hear the clip there. Now, if we really want to get finite about this, what I could do is hit the Tab key to move the cursor from here to this region boundary. We can hit T to zoom in, and you can see our edit is a little bit off of this beat. So once again, in slip mode, I'm going to grab my trim tool and trim this edit up a little bit closer. We're going to grab our selector tool, and I'm going to highlight a little bit of an area here, and we're going to do a command we talked about earlier, Command F or Control F on a PC. And we're going to go into our crossfades dialog. And this fade is a really good basic fade shape to use when you're editing drums. Works a lot of the time. We'll hit OK, and we've got a bit of a fade there.